Only this one dares to reach out, snatch the cotton cup's hair. The cotton cup has never been suffer from this situation ever. Immediately counterattacked. The two brothers in the car did not yield to anyone. If there are no surprises, then the surprise happened immediately. The two brothers panicked. Gold got off the car to check. Looking around and seeing no one, my bong only dares to peek in the nest. Immediately told Li Subong, quickly ran away. But Cotton Cups was still resolute, had to look around a little. At that moment, the younger brother suddenly ran out. Cotton glass according to your gaze. My bong is blowing bubbles. See a woman's legs. Is a woman. Often older people in the house is strict. Young people are smart. Lai Swan Cotton looks real and calls the scene. They said they had touched them. My bong hurriedly snatched the phone, saying that the person was already lying there. But the person lying there is not, can be left alone. The two brothers hurriedly helped the woman up. Unexpectedly, the cotton beast glass looked strong, but in fact it is just the appearance. Only then can I pick up people. It takes a whole day to walk. In the end, the two brothers were able to save. The woman came to the side of the car. Who would have thought that my bong had just opened the door? Smashed. Sorry, another crazy fan. Finally the woman also, placed in the back seat. Lai Subong quickly told me. The boy drove to the hospital. Unexpectedly, what else happened? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Her head is stuck. Finally left for the hospital. Li Subong glanced at him. Women in the back. Just thrown away like that. Nothing happens. Just when the cotton glass thought, the woman is already piled up. What kind of voice do you hear? The woman slowly woke up. She felt like her head was about to explode. Can't remember anything. The two brothers hurriedly rushed to the hospital. Along the way, the woman seemed to regain her senses. She opened the window, the scent of the countryside. Unexpectedly, the cotton beast glass raised his eyebrows, gently let go of a few breaths. A slightly rotten smell came from the manure pit of the striped village. Immediately he decided to go down, car, and left alone. The cotton glass is honest, worried that she had an organ wound. So, attentively left his business card. She said it was okay. There is no need to do too much. Blindfolded, the two brothers returned to their hometown. The cotton beast glass immediately sank into his memory. When my mother died, Dad didn't inform the two brothers at all, making them miss their mother's funeral. This becomes a pain, forever in their hearts. Since then, they have always resented their father. This time, when he heard the news of his father was suffocated to death, the two brothers are not sad at all. On the contrary, each person calculates separately. The beast house is a big family. Neither of them wants to be the true grandson of the family. Even in the face of wow, the tank shirt was brought in. They also extruded each other. Mr. Trong Clan was so angry that he constantly quoted, citing Chinese Confucian scriptures, only scolded the two of them for being unfilial. But the two of them are not educated. Basically didn't understand anything. Seeing an opportunity, Cotton Cups quickly sneaked into his father's warehouse. Unexpectedly, the inside was full of antiques from last week. Li Subong was extremely worried now. It turned out not so long ago, Lai Subong borrowed $1 billion. He buys a device, online coal mining, preparing to go to Myanmar to find treasure. But just as the goods are sent, Myanmar has been at war. Cotton Cups contacts sellers, says that there is a return policy in 7 days, without reason. But the seller says the terms. It is true that it is written, so there is no reason to return it to him. Li Subong was stunned when he heard this. It turns out that you guys are playing with me? Finally, the dream of being rich in the night turned into a huge debt. Cotton Cups just want to make some money from his family to pay off debts. My Bong's brother is no better. The company where he works is build a highway, and it happened to pass through the family's land. Know the elders in their hire. The family will not sell. My Bong deliberately chose to take a detour. Unexpectedly, the leader thought he was. I take advantage of my position. But he couldn't say that he belongs to that family. The only way to keep the job is persuaded the family to sell the land. But the elders in the family have sympathy for the two brothers. My Bong is still having a headache. I don't know what to do. And the cotton glass was aimed at Ho. To the goal a long time ago. Hoang Fai steps in front of the door from the street. Definitely of great value. After all, it is 100-year-old wood. But before he had time to act, the younger brother opened his mouth. He didn't care much either. Whether it is porcelain or Hoang Fei, as long as it sells, the money must be divided in half. After hearing this, Li Subong asked. Based on where? Unexpectedly. This sentence angered his younger brother. People love their younger brother, and he has been bullying me since I was a child. Not to mention the decline of what beat me before. He also caused trouble outside. The family had to clean up the consequences for him. He even used up all my money, preparing to marry his wife. As a result, I had no money worthy of the ceremony and refused to be kissed. Now give him ha. Is there a problem? If it weren't for the fact that I couldn't fight back, I will definitely punch you a few times. The two were arguing fiercely. Then the phone suddenly rang. It turned out to be the woman they encountered in the daytime. Li Xiaobong thought she was coming to demand money for medicines, but she said she had come to help him, provided that Li Xuanbong had to make her happy. There is no way. Li Xuanbong had to use a special move. She's getting happier and happier, but unexpectedly, Li Xiaobong apologized. Unexpectedly, she looked at him. You really are. No, I'm not that kind of person. I'm telling you the truth. His strength is very strong. The woman played very happily. She then revealed to Li Xiaobong was a secret. In ancient Korea, there was a pair of statues. The golden Buddha only cost hundreds of billions. Under the old house of his family. Li Xuanbong listens to the twin stars. The god was excited. I am very familiar with this treasure hunt. Mr. Lan called his colleague to bring the phone, because I bought it right away. To legitimize the treasure hunt, he even wore a mourning robe. The appearance is to welcome the promised guests, but it is actually to find treasure. But very quickly, this was discovered by the elder. They immediately asked him, "What are you doing?" "I'm listening to music and spitting." "Weeds will soon regrow." "Cease." I had to spit it out first. Is he crazy? Unexpectedly, he really dig up a treasure. Everyone excitedly opened, but the inside is full of toys. Li Xuanbong's childhood. But very quickly, under the stairs, they found something that looked like gold. Maybe. Looking at this phone, Li Xiaobong was struggling to remember something. In the old days, he bought this phone for my mother. Even key settings. Quick call for grandma. To be able to contact at any time. But after this phone, we're buried on the ground again. Unable to find the golden Buddha. Li Xuanbong had to tie his hands. He went into his father's room, took the savings book and planned to flee. But he was caught by the patriarch, and were beaten freshly. On the other side, the leader is also drawing, forever bright for my ball. Said that, if the to be cleared, will be promoted and raised, was even sent to land for branch management. I haven't had time to think about what to do. The woman who was hit by the car also came. Ask him to take you to the Ferris wheel again. Mi Bong thinks maybe she's real. Being touched is confusing. Who wears a dress to swing? Spinning in the middle of such a cold sky. Woman playing happily, knowing that he wants to clear the land. Don't say much. She immediately laid out a plan. Very soon the next day, the previous brother did not wear mourning clothes. Now voluntarily wearing mourning clothes appeared. On the advice of the woman, he stayed up at night watching the family ferry. Remember the names and relationships of all relatives carefully. As a result, when it comes to the ceremony, even if he is his cousin's father-in-law, or the 8th generation descendant of the 6th ancestor, even relatives have never met, he can all call the right name of the relationship. Mi Bong's change makes the ha. The elder was very pleased. In addition, there is a convincing performance, touched with tears. Not only can you sign the consent form, but they also want him to be a grandchild. Din Ton inherited the property, hearing that his brother will replace him, become the grandson of Din Tun. The glass of cotton scoop is very happy. But then I found out that my younger brother was going to fight, developing the old house into a highway. He immediately panicked. Once constructed and excavated, the golden Buddha statue will no longer have anything to do with me. He hurriedly called a colleague, come by coping. Unexpectedly, he was caught by his younger brother, hearing my brother want to hide, to make money. Mi Bong held the recording too, questioning the cotton scoop glass. Want to choose the golden Buddha statue. The price is hundreds of billions. There are no doors. Unexpectedly, the glass scooped up the cotton on his face did not change color. I sell Buddha statues, you sell land. We are all selling the things of our ancestors. Everyone has no right to say anyone. Mi Bong was very angry. You hit me. Aren't you tired? My brother was so angry that he was angry. Looking at the slender face of cotton scoop cups, then spit out a field of phlegm. When the conflict is escalating, she went forward to eat. But unexpectedly, that guy, don't fight anymore. You guys don't fight anymore. Both of them were stunned. Cotton Scoop Cup touch check. She has no pulse anymore. I don't touch her. I don't either. At that moment, a loud shout rang out from afar. The two of them panicked. Hurry up and come here, hurry up. Okay, we're coming. There you know. What are you guys doing? We just... nothing. We'll come right away, okay? Looking at the woman lying on the ground, Mi Bong hurriedly took a grass mat. Put it up first. The two hurriedly covered up and ran away. Unexpectedly, the police came to investigate. Find the same house they used to live in. Both of them were extremely frightened. It's over. Now the following explanation. Unexpectedly, the police lifted the mat again. Below the foot planting, only a few pieces of gold remained. The two of them couldn't believe it. Where's the person? Where'd such an adult go? The woman came in from the door again, unharmed. They rushed to help her. I was going to take her to the room to rest. Bah! Unexpectedly, the uncle shouted. What are the two of you doing with the atmosphere? Cotton Scoop Glass hurriedly explained. This is my friend. Then said that he would arrange for her to rest. Are you two crazy? You guys are talking about. Who's that? Who is this Miss Noja? That's right. She. Who is Noja? The two of them thought that he was an old age. Next to us has a mausoleum. People who live so big. Don't you see it? After saying that, they also apologized to the woman. Sorry, he's a little confused. Hearing this, he immediately panicked. Maybe there is a problem with my eyes. Obviously, there was no one. The policeman behind him said, the stranger is not an uncle, but two cousins. In the monks. Just keep talking. Talking to the air. Make people feel afraid. The two brothers were completely hesitant. At this time, the woman walked through the crowd. The two people who followed behind pointed out. Such adults that you don't see what? Seeing her about to walk into my spiritual hall, Cotton Eyelashes suddenly discovered something. Brother Huang pointed forward. She doesn't have the ball. It turns out that from the beginning until now, this woman has only two cousins. See. Everyone panicked and almost fainted. He immediately filled the front with monks. The monk was also terrified. Want to run but can't. You have to face it toughly. If you're a ghost, then get out of here. Don't tell me to leave. The scene of chaos. Just when people think, I'm about to have an accident, the woman suddenly disappeared. Although he saved his life. But the Cotton Scoop Cup doesn't want to stay. One more second. He hurriedly grabbed a few items and tried to run away. Unexpectedly on the way, Cotton Scoop Glass can see the figure again, the woman on the side of the road. He panicked and accelerated. Unexpectedly, when the glass scooped Cotton, waking up from a fainting attack, the woman was sitting next to him. He wanted to open the cow door and run, but women disappeared from the car again. Scared Cotton Scoop Glass like the child weighed 200 pounds. Tomorrow, the Cotton Eyelashes arrived just in time. Because he stole his family's things. The clan chief was angry and wanted to delete. His name was removed from the family. But the glass of Cotton Scoop was still indifferent. In the past, my mother was seriously ill. Are still forced to perform ceremonies. He always blames his mother's quality on the top. Father and family rules. Now, cutting off with them is also a liberation. Go back to my father's storage room. He wants to find clues about that woman. Unexpectedly, on my father's writing board, Cotton Scoop Cups accidentally distributed, revealing a secret, the heaven that my father left before he died. As it turned out, his father was actually adopted children of the family. So after becoming the clan chief, he always lives in fear, worried that they will make mistakes. Before his death, his mother has Alzheimer's disease. My father wanted to take her to the hospital for treatment, but my mother refused. She knew very well that the status of I was in a very low family. Don't want to be a burden to husband and sons. She just hoped that her husband would not force her children, son who inherits the position of patriarch, so that they can live the life they want. Over time, her mother's illness became more and more serious. She no longer remembers the stray toys, gifts she bought for her sons. She just thinks that it's very important. So I buried them in the yard. She even forgot about her husband. And finally died. According to the clan's regulations, at that time, his father had to choose his successor, inherited the position of clan head. But he remembered his wife's wish. do not want to let these traditions to force his sons. So he put down the phone. And how? Shovel cotton for my mother into the incense. Then give the phone number to the heads of the family. Father pretended it was an electric number, the boy's voice. But no matter what the chiefs called, also did not receive any response. In the end, the two brothers couldn't make it in time. Attended his mother's funeral. The chieftains also abandoned their intention to choose them as the successor. Until his death. Father always kept the secret in his heart. At this time, my bong ran over and said, with a cotton scoop cup, that the woman they saw, before no one, the others their mother. But, because it's been so long, they can't recognize the mold, his mother's face when he was young. The two brothers hurried to the side of the mother's swing she used to love the most. But no matter how loud they shouted, mother still did not appear. At this time, the cotton scoop glass suddenly remembered if this place was built as a highway, Mom will never can ride the swing again. The two rushed to the company. My bong rushed forward, snatched back the consent sheet from the stacker. But how can it be easy? Let you take it away like that? My bong was cracked by the object, and stepped on his hand, constantly mocking his stupidity. At this moment, the cotton scoop cup appeared in time. Ah, you're the representative. Stupid, right? That's right. Is me. What are you that dares? Torturing my brother like that? My bong was surprised for a moment. This was the first time he received attention from his brother. Who is this blue pig? He's not a pig. He is my brother. This is all muscle. The two of them tried to save the consent sheet, but the company's employees are too crowded. In the end, they still didn't was approved by the sheet. Meanwhile, their father is about to be buried. The two brothers had to return to attend monks before burial. Cotton scoop cup, put photo taken, together with his mother on the coffin. Recalling the misunderstandings with father over the years, the two brothers both apologized and cried, like rain. But at that moment, their mother appeared again. Looking at the photo on the coffin, she finally remembered who she was. And why did she always carry that turtle with her? Because it was a gift of love from her husband. Why she was always irresistible. Want to sit on the swing again? Because this place carries the happiest chest of she and her husband and their children. Remembering everything, she was finally at peace. Depart. Cotton scoop cups, as my father did, have piled orchids on the grave. But he suddenly discovered the whole hill, full of cold orchids for mother-in-law. Father's fruit doesn't just return land to their families, but also helps the cotton scoop cup not get rid of debt. The crisis is over. Two brothers, happily playing together, swinging like when they were children. It's just that they don't know that, right under that swing, there is a pair of gold Buddha statues worth hundreds of billions lie quietly. But the two of them at this time may have.
Enjoyed the video? Hit subscribe, drop a like, share with your crew, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk movies.